designing other space, but do that work within this space, and it's very experiential.
Yeah.
And it'll be about experimenting with this space, reflecting on that, utilising that information for their own projects.
You started with this space, which was a gym,
Yep.
and it had obviously no windows.
Yes.
So when you came to look at this space, did all this stuff around the edge, did that come from the fact you didn't have windows? And so, like, if there had been windows there, I imagine you wouldn't have been building something like that, because you would be looking into a view. And
Yeah.
how did you get
Quite likely.
Quite likely, but also the main part of the brief was we wanted an endlessly flexible space, or as flexible as you could, where the technology can follow you, so you don't need to switch everything on there. We've got a lot of things open. You could just have this little bit here sectioned off. And also the room had to be cleared, so we don't have much storage in this room. So all of this is storage. Everything here can be cleared, so that was the main part.
But I think it's excellent, because like you could easily come into this space and go, my God, it's drab, it's through, there's no windows.
Yeah.
And the first thing, you know, your mind would be saying, we've got to open up some space and make windows and
Yeah.
let light in. And
This is actually an interesting thing. If I switch on all the lights, okay, so most people here, everyone here's a teacher, I'm guessing?
no, not me.
Now who's a teacher? Teachers? Okay, so one of the things we have is that the architects have all these strange ideas about lighting. So if we switch on some light, it's like a normal classroom, except for the fact it has to have enough light for a designer to work for more than 9 hours. So they put on so many lights, they say it's basically virtual daylight. So I put all these on, and the teachers from the MGSE come in and they're like, oh my God, oh my God. So we had a lot of problems, light, air, things. The biggest problem was acoustics. We had a 3-second echo, so all of these little dots are acoustic solutions. They're all slightly different sizes, so that you don't get acoustics. So it's got about maybe 5 seconds. Any less than this in the room would feel dead. But you know, we had to really solve the acoustics.
What I love about this space, and it's what we've been trying to do as well, is to make it really technologically rich.
Yeah.
But it just isn't in your face.
Yeah.
You can just get it
Put it
out.
away.
You can just put it away,
Yeah.
and you can use it as a collaborative learning space or
Interesting thing is
whatever.
because it's not owned by any faculty, there's no support to actually tell people how to use it. So people have to come in, and the panel, which I took out of these things down, is all map-based. It's really simple to use. You know, it's not in your face as in saying I've got to have some degree in how to program Linux to use things.
Yeah.
So it's very, very simple.
These are all just simply monitors, and you plug in and play.
So and plug in.
You can plug, so you could.
Choosing a MacBook Mini, there's another laptop here. There's another laptop here. And then there's a series of connections which are usually only used in video editing. One of the connections in the room is only currently used in Hollywood for actually editing special effects, but when we got advice from our IT people, they said that will become the standard for computers within the next 5 years.
So you've got that fit your six-year window. You had to put that in.
We've got a huge amount of stuff.
So something like the iPad 2, which now can you can stream wirelessly on there as a showcase.
I'll pick up the Bluetooth, no problem.
Nice.
Yes. This is it. If everyone wants to come down.
The shower screen.
It's like a big shower.
No, it's not one of those clean plastic.
This would work better, apart from the fact that I felt really sorry for the library. The library's got done up just now, and they wanted to build a prototype of the new entrance desk. Reason being, the staff were going to go on strike if they didn't see the entrance desk. Yeah, typical librarians. But this is usually here. This is usually one of these booths. So this one here with the tiger print seats is usually in here, and it just gets sectioned off behind this, because one of the things we're experimenting with is non-acoustic separation. So this is right round. This bit of the room here is not bookable, so it can always be used as a design studio by somebody. So somebody can be in here doing their architecture design while you're teaching your class of whoever out here. Strange things that, I don't know if you've been through a building process, I'm sure you are. Watch what you ask architects to do, because the architects love this. Why do they love this? Because it completes the circle.
It's curved. I noticed that straight away.
Yeah,
Well,
it completes the circle here. So none of the teachers can write on it, because to write a straight line on a circle is very difficult to do, and unless you're suddenly coming in like a top-class artist, you're stuck. So some of them can't. And the first person who used it said she was writing up about bullying, and and they were doing some class about bullying, and it was saying, bullying is very, very The class all looked at her like she'd been drinking gin or something, and she's like, going, I can actually write on a whiteboard. And she's supposed to be teaching all these graduate students. I was like, oh dear. So, shows you what architects think is good in photos, isn't actually that good in practice. So. But overall it's quite good. It's halfway through getting finished.
Yeah, I noticed this looked pretty
This is just
temporary.
This is all going to go, hopefully, to the skip soon.
But I think this prototype, the fact that the librarians were going to go on strike, says a lot about how important space is, you know, and particularly the interior elements that you come into contact with. Really, really vital.
I couldn't believe it. The librarians, that I shouldn't maybe be saying too much about internal stuff, but they said students, when they get fined, get very violent. I was like, really? I said, my Westpac branch doesn't have any screens. And you go in and say, can I get, you know, $1,000 or something? And they're like, you know, I'm just kind of like...
They didn't, but the proximity was a big issue to them, is that right?
It had to be far enough away not to get hit.
We don't want to be any closer than this to the students we're serving.
I just thought it was very odd. But anyway, it's all calmed down now.
And that deliberate choice of tiles for different heights.
This is interesting. Actually, this is the last.
They want to have a physical distance between them.
Oh, I wanted something
We've got the cable in there. You might, James got a whole sort of cables. He'll connect you.
If you want to come over here a second, just 1 second. I better just wrap up and then go and share my soccer prowess. Actually, they'll be all knackered by now, so that's great. Okay, so we had this strange thing, Learns and Applied Research Network. It's not interested in published journal-based research. There's many journals out there. It's all about practically doing things and then saying, what happened here? Why is this interesting? If you put this with your moves, so this is a teaching pod. If you want one, you don't have to use one. So you can go here, or at the very end, under where the flow boxes are. Where the flow boxes are. If you put it at this end here, down here, and you say to a group of people, sit on these 4 tables. Everybody sits down, nice, you're doing your presentation, and they talk among their tables. And you go, this is great collaboration. If you move the floor box to here, and say, sit on these 4 tables, this table talks to that table, and this table talks to that table because of the height difference. Nobody can work out why the height difference makes them talk across the room. You know, so if they're at the same level, they talk as a group. If they're at different levels, they talk to each other across the space. Very strange. So people are now going, this is really very interesting, and what does that mean? So one of our staff has just been over putting multi-level spaces all throughout London University, so I hope they know they've got unresearched spaces.
You'll see the high differences throughout a lot of informal spaces. We'll go and have a look at.
We're really playing with this idea of height.
But how do you know whether it was the repositioning of that?
We don't know. It's very strange. But the reason for these taller tables is for architecture, because if you put plans down and you're sitting down, you hurt your back leaning across. But up here you can kind of do it. And strangely, feedback, we always try and get feedback from people who use the room, and women prefer standing. They prefer to stand up for some reason.
Actually, the principal of MLC here
Which is very...
has done away with her desk when she stands at a bench. So she does all her computing standing up, Rosa.
So it's quite interesting. It's just how things you can... That's an interesting question.
Our IT director does that as well, and I think it's something. If I had the opportunity to do it, I would like to try it. It just lower back issues and all those sorts of things. What's that? or you might strengthen your legs and then start running.
Can I just ask really, it's probably a really stupid
No.
in the days of wireless, why do you still need this cable?
Because we have to cover medicine, medicine's way past the point we can run on Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi only allows you... Who's our tech person from VU? Hello?
David. Sorry.
Talking about the restrictions of Wi-Fi, as soon as you get into medicine and genetics, Wi-Fi only gives you this
The
much.
speed's just...
Our cable here in the University of Melbourne is the fastest in Australia. So, and this room is supposedly the fastest in the uni, so it should be the fastest in the whole of Australia. Why I have to wait when I put YouTube on this? I'm so impressed with YouTube on. The amount of people who've had
Like you actually
ACDC
down again.
kind of coming on, they're going, oh my god. I was saying you have to use ACDC in your lectures. It's a must. That's not rule number 1.
It's
Basically, as you go up and up and up in data needs, Wi-Fi breaks down very quickly.
So what
It is
would
crazy.
then
In a school
needs-
context, I
In a
think you'd be
school
fine with
context,
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm just
For
thinking,
almost every application.
you know,
Yeah,
like,
but future-proof it.
Yeah.
that's it. What are their needs? Like how fast, and James, you need to remember this,
Yeah.
because I'm not,
Yeah, network.
how fast do they need and what size?
Hyper fast. I mean, they're talking about building even a faster network through Australia just so people can do top class research. I mean,
But we don't need an NBN.
yeah,
No.
you're pretty much, you know,
Yes, we do.
you're filtering. I did a project last year with medicine in virtual reality, which is my other hat, and they were looking at, you know what an MRI scan is?
Yep.
So imagine it slices your head this way. They were looking to do a virtual reality simulator for ear surgeons. So you slice the head this way, then this way, then this way, so you get these tiny cubes. The cubes are like 0.9 of a millimetre square. In that, they're looking for a nerve ending that's moving through the cubes. But you can only see the shadow of the nerve ending. So they look through every single one of those tiny cubes in a whole head to trace the shadows, and that's the kind of work they do. So if anyone wants to guess how much data that is, it's enormous. So even holding just those slides and orders, enormous for them. But I mean, in a school setting, you wouldn't really need. The only thing that uses stuff like that is video editing, I'd say. Editing is massive amount of power.
So you might need a cable in.
Video editing, you wouldn't even need the cable. You'd have to plug straight into the kind of graphics. One of these can enter the graphics interface, so you have to take it in and almost raw data. And as soon as you drop, you lose quality. Is that right?
Yep.
Well, the new wireless standard is coming out, and that's going to be a factor of 10 in the next year. So
What, on top of N?
yeah.
Yeah, we only have the problem here because we cover so many hospitals. Actually, quite an interesting thing. I spoke to the architects, and it shows you how things get lost in briefings. I said, oh, we've also got to use the room for training surgeons for the hospitals. And they said, oh, do you need a wet area for them to clean up? What do you think I'm going to do in this room? Just butcher someone. It's kind of like they actually do surgery in the hospital. They just come here to talk about stuff. What's the disadvantage? Coming in with my mask. Why is there a white curtain there? Just break it or something to bring in stuff. Crazy. That shows you how things get lost really quickly. We could have come in and had like a whole surgical room. But overall, we're quite happy with the room. The big problem with it is, which you won't have in MLC, is twofold medicine, which is a big problem, and the ability to lift the room out of the Melbourne campus takes a lot of thinking. So to link it to MLC's intranet or EU or anyone, you know, becomes a huge, huge issue. You know, which can be solved quite easily. There's lots of companies now, Cisco, Citrix, who do all this stuff quite easily.
Can you just describe that very briefly? I know you've got to go play soccer, but like, what do you mean by lifting it up? The entire network.
So one of our biggest partners is Catholic Education. So they're going to come here and test different configurations of classrooms. It's already a dual boot system. It's Mac and PC. So, but what they want to do is, as their teachers come in, they see exactly everything you would see in their classroom. So that screen is part of the Catholic Education network. It's not anything to do with Melbourne Uni. And anything they put into the computer doesn't have to through the university's
Proxy.
proxies and through its antivirus thing.
Yeah.
And the university here gets attacked every day by hackers. It's one of the most hacked sites in Australia for some reason, which shows you how bitter our IT students are.
Yeah.
You know, they sit eating pizza going, I'm going to get you, Professor Biggins, I'm going to get you. You know, but, so that ability to lift stuff out costs a lot because it's much cheaper to go through the university's infrastructure and network. This costs a fortune. If anybody knows much about something, I could show them the actual hardware. It's kind of, I look at it and it's all just beeping. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening. But so then everything else in this room is out the box. So nothing inside the room. You couldn't just go into Dick Smith's and pick up.
So I noticed the clock survived the most tech spec room in Australia.
The clock
That's up there.
The clock was taken out, so there was no clock, and that's the first complaint we had from the teachers who used it. And they said I can't get good pedagogy because my students keep checking their watches. You know, and I said,
I'm impressed their students have watches. Yeah.
But whatever. But I was just kind of, so basically I had to negotiate to get the clock back. You know, I actually quite like it. It's like so retro. It should be an actual old like cuckoo clock or something. That'd be great. You know, but that's us. Quite a strange room, but quite playful.